right now we have Shekhar. Today I have Shekhar, who is a CST, and he has been training CSM for quite some time. And today we're going to have a little question answer and a discussion with Shekhar regarding Advanced Certified Scrum Master. Technically, it's a good news that he is approved to deliver Advanced Certified Scrum Master from Scrum Alliance, and only few CSTs has the privilege, and he's one of them. Now, Shekhar, I have a few questions with you regarding Advanced Certified Scrum Master. The very first goes as why should someone do A-CSM?
Great question. Okay, so one thing what over a period of time when we were moving from CSM to CSP and then advanced courses like CST, CEC and all. So what Scrum Alliance observed over a period of time was there is a huge gap between the knowledge gaps, knowledge levels from CSM to CSP, and then from CSP to the next level. So, and one of the reasons why many people could not reach the guide level certifications like CEC or a CST or a CTC is because of the knowledge gaps which were left unfulfilled while they are reaching the CSP. And that was the real intention why advanced courses have been brought into place. And then if you are a Scrum Master who is practicing Scrum for at least 1 year, and then who is doing your job of a Scrum Master, I think this is going to be a fabulous opportunity where we deep dive into several situations in our class, and then we talk about, hey, how do we resolve this? Or how can we help others to show their own mirror? Or how can we really be a great facilitator? And how can we really excel as a coach? Or how can we really transform our teams? Again, this is something which I would really love being a Scrum Master. Like the job of a Scrum Master is not to introduce Scrum to your team members. It is all about transforming your team. That's what we call it as a change agent. So, I mean, again, there are so many Scrum Masters, they write to me day in, day out saying that, hey, my team is not self-organized. What should I do? Or my team doesn't understand cross-functionality. What should I do? And I mean, in fact, the Scrum is a Scrum guide. If you look at it, a small 18 pages or 19 pages book where they have given too much of information where people find it so difficult. And we just go deep dive into some of the Scrum Master roles and responsibilities. We simulate several situations. And we help people to understand what does it take to really be a great Scrum Master, not a good Scrum Master. Yeah.
Okay. Understanding from what you spoke, Advanced Certified Scrum Master is a lot about practicing and focusing on facilitation, coaching, system thinking, and servant leadership, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So now if I say, this comes up like to my next question, how does this certification actually fit in overall certification path of Scrum Alliance?
Yeah, so if someone is an aspiring, I would call an enterprise coach, or if someone is an aspiring certified Scrum trainer, after CSM, they should, that is the next step which they wanted to, which they have to have it in their portfolio, because this really fulfills not only the knowledge gap, but it also fulfills the experience. Many times, whatever you're learning from others' experience, where you have a few people in your class where you're learning from others' experience as well. So advanced CSM, and then after that you have certified Scrum Professional, where that is another class where you have to deal with an CST who has got that approval, and then only the CSTs can offer it. And after that, if you want real guide level certifications, then you have to demonstrate the real experience. And to me, honestly, the CST, CEC, and the CTC path is like doing a PhD. So it's like you have to produce a big thesis. So for which you have to have your own homework done perfectly. Yeah.
Okay, so if I may ask, what would be the prerequisites for Advanced Certified Scrum Master?
Yeah, so prerequisite is pretty straightforward. One is you need to have a Scrum Master, a CSM, an active CSM, which was, even if it is expired, if it was expired before 90 days, we are still fine. Or I would, to be precise, 89 days. And then after that, you have to be, you have to document, you should have a documental evidence of your Scrum Master experience. And then after that, you have to go through a session with a CST. And then there will be some, what I call it as instructor evaluation at the end of the class. And every CST can do this evaluation in his own way, but there should be some instructor evaluation at the end of the class. And then if you clear that evaluation, you will be awarded as an advanced CSM. Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm understanding is that, if I basically have a 1 year of experience, even though I do not have a CSM certification, even I can have the certification later onwards, I can still, the previous years of experience is actually valid for my A-CSM.
Yeah, 1 year of experience in the past 5 years. Yeah.
Within the past 5 years.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, now a lot of people have been asking this question, once they have done CSM certification, going ahead to the next journey, they feel comfortable that they can do it online. And with a combination of little self-paced study and self-learning. So can advanced CSM certification, can Advanced Certified Scrum Master certification can be done online?
Yes, it can be done online. I'm not sure if there are any offerings in India at this point of time. Yes, it can be done online. The only catch I see is like if a student wanted to maximize the value from this class, I still recommend a classroom session. But it can be done online, and the prerequisite for it is you have to have what I call it as at least 4 hours of a face-to-face interaction with the trainer, and remaining 12 hours of self-study and then fulfilling assignments and all. So yes, it is possible, but minimum 4 hours of interaction based on at what level you are a Scrum Master. Because I've seen many Scrum Masters in the past where if you are a CSM in 2012 or 2013 and all, there are every chance to hop in an advanced CSM class, and then we have to repeat all the basics. And that is where there are some serious challenges out there. But I would recommend a classroom program rather than an online program. Yeah.
Okay, so physical classroom interaction is far more suitable and much more recommended.
Yeah.
So I'm getting actually certain questions apart from my questions. Also, I'm getting certain questions from our attendees as well. One very important question I got in the chat is from Surya Narayan. The question is pretty simple: Agile Certified Practitioner or Certified Scrum Master? Which one?
These two are different. These two are pretty different. It depends on which organization you are doing the certification through. But honestly, Scrum Lines has a lot of credibility. One of the first organization to bring in Scrum and Agile certifications into this world. So Scrum Alliance has a lot of credibility over the last several years. And again, it's up to you what you really wanted to choose. But if you wanted to be a really great Scrum Master, Scrum Alliance is one organization to go for. Yeah.
Thank you, Shekhar, for that. One question from the Q&A section from Nitin Das. That is, what after PSM or CSM, in this case I'll take CSM, what after Certified Scrum Master certification if one wishes to have a career as an Agile coach or trainer?
Well, career is totally different. According to me, career is a lot about experience. So yes, the certifications will give you the kickoff to find an opportunity, but certification is all about. What a career is all about the experience that you gain over a period of time. So you build careers over a period of time, isn't it? So that's what I usually think about. So certification plus a great experience will become a great career. So now, if you talk about Scrum Alliance coaching or training certifications, yes, the coaching and training certifications of Scrum Alliance is pretty much based on your past experience. They usually call it as a demonstrable experience. So how do you demonstrate your experience as a coach? For example, in a CEC or a CTC application, because I'm currently the member of Scrum Alliance on the review board of Scrum Alliance. So for CEC applications. So if you wanted to be, for example, an aspiring CEC or a CTC, you should be able to demonstrate your experience, because we usually give you some situations where we wanted to understand your stories. How did you as a coach over a period of time evolve yourself? Or how did you as a coach learn from your mistakes? How did you transform yourself before you go and transform the whole world? So these are some things which you look at. So we want your journey, your story. So that is, according to me, a career. And then certifications will give you that platform for you to stand and build that career. That's what I think. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I do have a question from my side as well. How do you see, or how do you place Advanced Certified Scrum Master as a certificate among the certification path of Scrum Alliance?
So certification path is very simple. Certified Scrum Master, Advanced Certified Scrum Master, and then a Certified Scrum Professional. Either you can be a Scrum Master or a Product Owner. And then from there, you reach the guide level certifications. Either it depends on what your interest primarily is. You can be a coach or a trainer. If you want to be a coach, there is a certified team coach, certified enterprise coach. And if you want to be a trainer, certified Scrum trainer. Yeah.
Okay. There were certain questions from multiple people. The question is basically related to Advanced Certified Scrum Master versus PMIAP.
Yeah. So even
I was on CSM versus PMIAP. This is basically Advanced Certified Scrum Master versus PMIAP.
Yeah. So I'm seeing that yes, you cannot do A-CSM if you are a PMIAP. You should be an Certified Scrum Master CSM from Scrum Alliance to do the Advanced CSM. So I have, because we usually because that is a different ball game altogether. So this is Scrum Alliance certification path. So you cannot do an advanced CSM if you're not a CSM from Scrum Alliance.
Thank you so much, Shekhar, for that. Upcoming question is from Ujjwal Deep, and instead of Shekhar, I would like to answer this question. The question is, do you have any A-CSM batch scheduled in Delhi NCR? And the answer is, right now we do not have any batch scheduled in Delhi NCR. It's in Hyderabad and Bangalore only. And yes, for Delhi NCR, we are going to schedule a batch pretty much soon. So I would suggest you, I can get you in touch with my training coordinator as well. And we will be posting it on our website soon once we have scheduled it. Okay, Ujjwal. So apart from this, do we have any other questions? Yes, Aditya has posted a question. My CSM is expired long back, and is it still valid for at A-CSM? I need to know, Aditya, when it has expired, because
so if your CSM expired more than 3 months, you have to renew it. But if your CSM expired less than 3 months, less than 90 days in to be precise, then if you do your A-CSM, so it will automatically renew your CSM. Yeah.
So I think it answers the question of Aditya by overall. Yes, it has. He said it is 4 years back. So
okay, if it's 4 years back, you probably have to renew it first on Scrum Alliance. Yeah.
Okay. So the next question, it comes from Sri Hari. Which path is best to have a career as an Agile coach, A-CSM or PMIAP?
Okay. So I'm not sure what the PMIAP has connection with coaching, because I'm one of the certified PMIAP. I'm one of the 18th or 19th person who did that PMIAP. But honestly, I haven't seen anything related to coaching in PMIAP. So if you wanted to be an aspiring Agile coach, yes, A-CSM is a really great option. And there are other coaching certifications as well, but I don't see a connection between PMIAP and coaching. Yeah.
Thank you, Sekhar, for that. The next question is from Ujjwal once again, and the question is basically, again, I can answer that question. It's how to secure SUs for getting the CSP level. Well, for getting the SUs, as you said in the question itself, online webinars is one of the options, and definitely attending trainings. If you can attend other trainings, like if you're attending A-CSM, you would be getting SUs for that itself, and multiple other trainings you can all enroll for which you would be getting specific number of SUs.
All right. So hold on. So I'm thinking that Ujjwal is asking for CSP, whether he needs any SUs or not. I believe that is what his answer is. But that SUs way of achieving CSP was gone long back. It is no longer SUs to achieve A-CSM or CSP. That's what I was, clarifying here. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Thank you so much, Sekhar, for that. Yeah. Thank you for clarifying me. The next question is from Alpita Devi. How do we compare with Safe Agile certification and Agile Coach certification, as Safe has combination of Agile concepts?
We wanted to understand, according to you, who is an Agile coach. I mean, because even in Safe also, according to me, based on what I was an SPC like 2 years back and I no longer renewed it. But we got to understand who is a coach, because Safe is more of a framework. Yes, it gives one a very good enterprise transformation framework and all. But many times I haven't seen Safe as a coaching framework, where they help how to transform your leaders. They don't. These are not some of the things that I have seen predominantly in Safe, according to me. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Sekhar, for that. One question I have from one of my previous speakers during this session, Madiha Khan, she asked, what is the best certification to be an Agile coach?
Well, best is something, according to me, best is something which, what you are going to accomplish. It depends on what you are trying to accomplish. There are some IC Agile certifications where they'll give you an exposure of what is coaching, what is all about. And then there are what I call it as ICF coaching, International Coach Federation, ACC, PCC, and all. These are some of the coaching certifications where they'll give you a lot of coaching in depth. But if you want an Agile coach, yes, you can start with IC Agile. And after that, once you get significant experience, you put up significant experience as an Agile coach, you have to demonstrate that experience, call yourself as certified a team coach or certified enterprise coach. And one thing what I have seen over a period of time, there are so many expensive coaching certifications out there. Yes, it all depends on what is your appetite to consume that. Okay. And the other thing is there are some coachings like coactive coaching, ORSC. There are so many coachings out there. So, but it all depends on how you wanted to deal with them. Yeah.
Thanks. I guess, Madhiha, this question was answered by Shekhar perfectly. And one question from Rahul Verma, I can see that it is, bringing back to the old topic of the eligibility of A-CSM. The question is, I did my CSM recently in October, but has been working as a Scrum Master for the 1.5 years, past 1.5 years. Can I attend A-CSM training and certification?
Yes, he can. Only thing is we ask for his some write-up on his experience where we wanted to check what is his journey as a Scrum Master so far. We wanted to see some of his real stories, but yes, he is eligible. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. I think we do not have any other further questions. Yes, any other questions from all the attendees? I would request if you have any questions, you can post now. We have last couple of minutes for this session to get over, and definitely for the conference also. Yes, would you like to take over, Shekhar, on this last? We have 3 questions actually. We have 4 questions right now.
What is the prerequisite for CSM? Did I understand that question right? What is the prerequisite for CSM? Yes, I mean, at this point of time, there is no hard prerequisite for a CSM. Only thing is you have to read some what I call it as a pre-reading material before you come to the class. But you should understand the way how software development happens. So that is something that is the prerequisite for CSM. I believe it is CSM, not A-CSM, because I read that as a CSM.
It's like, I'm sure it is CSM probably.
Yeah. Okay.
If it is A-CSM, Gopakumar, we have already discussed about that same question already. And yes, so we can move on to the next question from Samatha Aveti. How many SUs are required to renew my CSM?
Yeah, so renew CSM, right? That's what I'm seeing. So we need, this is starting from February. From February 2019, you need to have 20 SCUs for a renewal period of 2 years. So you need to have 20 SCUs for a renewal period of 2 years. So that, and if you are renewing before February, this doesn't apply. But if you are renewing after February, you need to have 20 SUs for a 2-year period to renew your CSM. Yeah.
Okay. That's one more question from Ujjwal. I can see it on chat. This is pretty much going to be an elaborate question, I can assume. The question is, I aspire to be an CST. How long would it take for me? And I'm currently in CSM right now.
Well, it all depends on what your current maturity levels in Scrum. So I have seen some CSTs, they climbed this in, let us say, minimum is 3 to 4 years. But it took me 8 years. So, but of course, I was also a CEC in between. So I spent 2 years in becoming a CEC. But it all depends on your current Scrum maturity. So I have seen CSTs anywhere becoming CSTs between 3 to 4 years, 5 years, 8 years, etc. So, but yes, you have to have that patience to become a CST. And in fact, CSTs, they don't, Scrum Alliance do not easily give it. You should be a thought leader. Unless you are a thought leader, they don't give the CSTs easily. And then they usually test your training skills also. For example, you need to co-train with existing CSTs, at least with 5 other CSTs where you have to train before them. So it is an test of your Scrum knowledge as well as your training skills. That is what they usually look at. So yeah, that's what I have seen. Yeah.
The question is continued a little bit further. If you can elaborate the path and the journey from CSM to CST.
Well, okay. So CSM, after CSM, you have to do advanced CSM. And after an advanced CSM, you need to have at least 1 year of experience. To become a CSP, you need to demonstrate at least 2 years of validated experience. And that validated experience can be done in different ways. Again, if I'm the trainer, I would ask for a write-up and check what is your real experience, and then we can have a few question and answers. And then I can also say that, yes, you have a great experience, or you have to wait for some more time, or whatever it is. And then after that, you have to become, if you wanted to become a CST, the first thing is you have to participate in a lot of leadership activities. For example, organizing, a webinar like this, or for example, volunteering a meetup, a physical meetup, or let us say speaking at a conference, or reviewing a paper, writing blogs, and then showing to Scrum Alliance, showing enough evidence to Scrum Alliance that you are a thought leader. Maybe if you wanted to write some books also, I'm fine. So showing to Scrum Alliance that you are a thought leader in Agile community. So there should be a lot of community contribution and community leadership. And the other thing they look at is what was your statement of purpose, and then they also look at CST, and then and one important thing is they want recommendations from 5 other CSTs, at least 5 other CSTs, if not more. Like you have to co-train with other CSTs in order to understand or test your Scrum and training capabilities. Because when I was a CST, I used to co-train with so many other CSTs in the past, where they used to give me some valuable feedbacks. And it also many times dispelled some of my interpretations or misconceptions about Scrum, because I learned a lot in the co-training journey. Because I felt that I was the best trainer. I felt that I'm the best one who know everything in and around Scrum. But after I did some co-training, I learned a lot. In fact, it was totally mind-boggling. So there are so many things where these co-training sessions with other CSTs will teach you, both from your training perspective as well as Scrum knowledge perspective. And then after that, you have to document all your accomplishments in one, let us say, zip file or something like that, to send it to Scrum Alliance. And the Scrum Alliance reviews it, and if they need more information, they come back to you. So the first level of scrutiny of your application, if the application is fit for the next stage, then they will invite you for an in-person interview, where you have to do a training before Scrum Alliance trainers, where there is a TAC committee. We call it as trainer approval committee. Or if the application is not fit for going to the next level, they'll give you a feedback and say that, hey, these are the areas where you have to improve. Otherwise, your application may not go to the next level. So yes, I recommend that you work with a mentor who went through all this, because you have to understand the nuts and bolts of all this process that is involved once you wanted to become a CST. For me, the real effort I put was like co-training and community leadership. These are the two areas where majority of the decisions will usually fail. So that is where I had put a lot of effort there. Yeah.
Thank you, Sekhar, for clarifying and explaining the path of becoming a CST and sharing your experience so well with us. We are really happy to know, and seriously, definitely, I'm hoping some of us and the attendees would also be interested in becoming a CST, and definitely, I'm sure they would like to connect with you in future for the same. And we have one more question over here. I don't see any other question. The last question from Margi is, I am a current CSP. How many SUs do I need to renew it before February 2019?
Before February 2019, I think you don't need anything, but if you have to renew it after 2019, you have to submit some SUs. I believe it is 40 SUs, but I can confirm back on that, but I believe it is 40 SUs. It'll be soon published next year. In January, they publish it on Scrum Alliance. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Thank you so much, Shekhar, for answering all the questions. I think all the questions are done on the Q&A section and the chat section as well. And let me just check if we have any other questions from any other sources. We are also on YouTube Live. Yes, we don't have any other questions from any other platform. Okay, thank you, Shekhar, for answering all the questions today. And yes, for getting in touch with Shekhar, you can attend any of our CSM batches which are being scheduled in multiple locations in India right now. We have a Bangalore batch in this weekend on the Saturday and Sunday, 15th and 16th. You can attend this batch. We have batches in other locations as well, Delhi, Hyderabad, etc. So if you have any queries with Shekhar, you can directly pose a question. You can send it to me. I will redirect it to Shekhar, or you can directly connect with Shekhar on LinkedIn. And he would be glad to answer you all your questions. And just last but not the least, let me tell you about the Regional Scrum Gathering, for which Shekhar is also one of the sponsorship chair. This Regional Scrum Gathering will be held in Hyderabad 2019 on 29th and 30th of March. So anybody who's interested, definitely do attend this session. It will be great and exciting session for all, whoever is interested. Okay, so that's it from us today, from Eisenbridge today. Thank you, Shekhar, and thank you to all the other panelists who were with us today and share their thoughts and talk with us. Thank you all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shekhar. Have a great day.